Black Dog. What's up, man? Here, man. Now, I've been following you for a long time. For a long time, brother. And it look like you're starting to do good for yourself. You're doing good, brother. I'm proud of you, man. You finally made it, man. I think you there, you know? Yeah. I just gotta ask you one question. Just one question, Black Dog. You think I can get that $5, man? Know what I'm talking about?
Hey, welcome back. Long time no see. So, in honor of the NFL draft, I've been constantly thinking about doing a mock draft. I've thought about doing a mock draft of all 32 teams, all 7 rounds, but I don't have enough time for all that. But I really wanted to get back to shooting and recording Radio Dario. It's a hobby that I was enjoying. We've taken quite the hiatus, and I thought, what better time than me to start right now with a mock draft? Again, like I said, I don't have as much time as I would like to go through all this and prepare everything for each individual team. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a NFL draft simulator. Shout out to NFLmockdraftdatabase.com. We're going to be using their website to go through a simulation of the first round, and I am going to be drafting for my favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. So I will be drafting for both of their 2 picks. I will tell you why I think those 2 picks are the picks, but again, it's going to be a little bit different because I can't predict what the picks are going to be since it's going to be all simulated through this simulator. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get that started. We're going to enter the draft room. Again, we're only going to do the first round, and I'm only going to pick for the Chiefs. So we'll go ahead and get that started. Let's see how this rolls. Enter the draft room. I have it at normal speed. If it feels too slow, I'll speed it up. Let's start it off. Enter the draft room. Okay, hit the start button. All right. As you guys know, Las Vegas Raiders are on first on the clock. Jeremiah Love second. Tackle, Tate. Okay. So, looks like we have a trade offer for number 9. The Los Angeles Rams offering the 13th pick, their 3rd round pick, number 93, 5th, 6th, and 2/6. See, this actually isn't a bad trade offer. You're moving down 4 spots and you're getting an additional 4 draft picks with an additional one in this year's draft, which the Chiefs do have holes that they need to address in multiple positions. But the way this draft has fallen, I think I know who I want us to select. So we're going to reject that trade. Oh, we got another one. Okay, so this is for a 6th round, a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, a 2nd next year, and no, we need that first round. We're not going to accept that. So that leaves us with the pick. And ladies and gentlemen, the pick for me here, this kind of complicated things because there's nowhere in what I am preparing for to happen in the draft that Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, and Ruben Bain all fall to the Chiefs. I mean, these are some of your top end talents in this draft. Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Ruben Bain, and it looks like it's even giving me a suggestion there to draft Mansour Delane. But I mean, if the draft board falls like this, I mean, this is a dream pick for the Chiefs. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind trading down 1 or 2 spots because you got 3 guys there that you could still go get that would fill a significant hole on this team. Now, I am a huge Caleb Downs fan, and the fact that he's on the board almost makes me want to take him. Almost. I'm going to be selecting for the Kansas City Chiefs Ruben Bain. And here's why. The reason why we're selecting Ruben Bain is because we desperately need pass rushing help on the edge. I as much of I would love to get Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles, nothing impacts defense and winning like pressuring the quarterback. It's crucial. Even if you aren't making sacks on the quarterback, getting a pressure is pivotal for your defense's success. It makes life easier for the corners. It makes life easier for the linebackers. It makes life easier for the safeties. When you have a good pass rusher, it can make life easier for other pass rushers. There's no more impactful position on defense than a pass rusher, in my opinion. And if you add this guy with George Karlaftis and Chris Jones, I mean, man, we're going to go ahead and turn in the card for Ruben Bain, Kansas City Chiefs' ninth pick. So let's see how this rest of it plays out. Okay. It's actually moving pretty fast. I can't even really keep up with all the picks that are being made. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll on back and see what that happened as we approach here the next Kansas City Chiefs pick. All right, let's see what's going on here. Went way too fast for me. Actually, let's just go back from the beginning. So Mendoza going number 1 overall. I think that is the pick that everybody is anticipating the Raiders to turn in. I mean, no surprise there. The Jets going Jeremiah Love. This would be a surprise to me if I honestly told you I really believe Arvell Reese goes number 2 overall, not Jeremiah Love. Third pick, Francis for the Cardinals. I can see them making that pick. The Titans, Carnell Tate, I can see them making that pick, getting some more weapons for Cam Ward. But I can also very well see Jeremiah Love go here if Arvell Reese does go number 2. For the Giants, I really thought Sonny Styles might be the pick here, adding them to that young pass rushing core that they got, having a really solid cover linebacker there in the middle to really just shore up that defense. That's what I thought the pick would be for the Giants. Makai Lemon, that's a good pick. Okay, Tyson and Bailey. I guess this is very well possible, which would lead to the Chiefs have an opportunity to get Ruben Bain. If Bailey falls, if you see Bailey falls, you'll see the Chiefs will get a pass rusher that they're looking for. All right, as we go over, we got Sonny Styles went to the Giants with their 10th pick right after I selected Ruben Bain. I guess with that other top 10 pick the Giants has now, I mean, they could go a number of ways with their top picks there. Man, Cooper has really shot up a lot of people's draft boards. Going 11, I have him more like at the end of the first round on my mocks. Obviously, like I said, I would love to have done a mock for this entire draft, but we're just going to just stick to the Chiefs so I don't have to make this into an extremely long video. Looking at this, Delane, Concepcion. Again, I don't have him going that high either. I have Concepcion going in the late first, early second round. Caleb Downs dropping the 14th. Oh my gosh, if that happens and the Ravens get them, the Ravens got them a steal. And only way I see this happens if, I think they said Caleb Downs in his medical reports came back that he has a degenerative knee that is going out. So I can see that happening where teams might get a little worried about that and pass on him. But it's funny that the Ravens would then draft him with that issue after they backed out of the Max Crosby trade for something similar. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. As we go on here, Kenyon Sadiq. I got a lot of people that was mocking Kenyon Sadiq to the Chiefs. I hope we don't do that. Not to say that Sadiq isn't a good player. I just don't think that's what you're looking for at the top end of the draft at nine overall. Okay, let's see. All right. All right, so we got the breakdown of the rest of the picks. Now, let's go down here and see who's available to draft. And looking at it, they're recommending a tackle from Alabama, defensive lineman Peter Woods, or edge TJ Parker. There's some pretty good picks here. Let me see. Did my guy that I was thinking of, yeah, he did already go. I would have loved for the Chiefs to draft McCoy 29th overall. But if he goes 25th, then, obviously he's off the board. And that won't be the pick we'll be making now, will it? But if the draft worked out magically how I would love it to, I would go Ruben Bain 9, McCoy 29. But as you can see, he's off the board, so I got to make a different selection here. So, looking at this, I could very well see us going best available and going Caden Proctor because you got to protect Mahomes, right? But this is a pick that is pretty boring for us. So I'm not 100% sure that how many fans will be really excited about this. At this point, if this is how the board lays out, I would not mind the Chiefs just going ahead and trading back a few picks and stack a couple more picks in this draft so we can fill a few more holes. But I'm not doing all that in this mock for the sake of time. I am leaning towards Colton Hood or TJ Parker. Now, I know that seems ridiculous because we just drafted an edge. What are you going to go and draft another edge for? But I really don't think you can have enough pass rushers, especially the way that Spags likes to line up his defensive linemen and do that NASCAR package to apply pressure from the defensive line. I don't think you can have enough. But even with that, let me just check and make sure there's nobody else here that I'm forgetting about. I do like Lee Hunter. Ooh, they got him 52nd. Man, I really like Lee Hunter. But I guess, at this point, you got to go get your guy. We need D lineman. And I think Lee Hunter's a solid pick. I'm reaching. I'm going to go ahead and reach. If you don't agree with it, do your own mock draft. But here, I'm going to go Lee Hunter. Again, like I said, in a perfect world, I would love for McCoy to fall to us at 29. But, if this is how it goes, this is what I would go. Because we do need D-line help. So you got Ruben Bain, number 9 overall, and Lee Hunter at 29 overall, which could be a reach in some people's opinion. Like I said, if I really was had the trading thing going, I would try to trade down and then get Lee Hunter. But for the sake of a short video here, I don't know how short it is, but for the sake of not just rambling on and on, that's the move we're going to make there. Ruben Bain, Lee Hunter. All right, that's what I got there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm glad to be back and trying to get this thing rolling. All right, let's see who we draft tonight.